and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today we're going to focus on some upper body strength and stability. So we're going to use these weighted balls to help us, just to give us a little bit of extra load through those upper bodies. If you haven't got any of these, then you could always use just a small hand weight or even just a tin of something at home. So whatever you've got around the house, and it really just adds that load and a bit more strengthening with some of these exercises. Okay, so we'll get started together. We're just going to warm up in sitting to begin with, so I'll just pop those down for a second. So just sitting however you're comfortable, legs crossed or legs in front, however you feel comfortable. Make sure that weight's going nice and evenly down through those sitting bones. If you want to, just to start, we're going to tilt that pelvis forwards and then tilting it back. So imagine that bucket of water, we're just tilting out the back and tilting forwards and just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, that core's gently engaged. Those ribs are soft, my collarbones are nice and wide, and that neck is nice and long and lifted from there. Fantastic. So I'm just going to bring my hands together to start with, so clasping through my fingers. And I'm going to reach my fingers away, drop my head down to look down to those fingers, bring those arms up to that shoulder height, follow with my head, and then lift up, following with my head again, and open out nice and wide. Good. Clasp those fingers again together, reach those fingers away, drop that head down, hand up towards the shoulder height, look up to those hands, and then together lift up to the ceiling and open out wide. Good. And again, clasp those fingers together, reach those fingers away, drop that chin down, bring those hands up to shoulder height, look up to those hands, and together lift up and open out wide. Lovely. One more time. Clasp those fingers together, reach those fingers away, drop that chin down, hand up to shoulder height, follow with that head, lift up together and open out nice and wide. Lovely. And just roll those shoulders. Good. So we're going to just do a little mermaid stretch and drop one hand down onto the side. We're going to reach our arm up and over, breath in here. As you breathe out, back up and over. Good. And again, opposite side, breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm up and over, breath in here. And as you breathe out, back to that start. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reach those arms up and over, breath in. As you breathe out, back to that start. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm up and over, breath in here. As you breathe out, back to that start. Lovely. One last time each side, breath in. As you breathe out, reaching those arms over, breath in. As you breathe out, back to that start. One last time. Reach that arm over, breath in here. And as you breathe out, back to that centre and relax those shoulders down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round. So we're sitting with our feet in front us here. And we're going to bring our arms just so they're kind of just behind us here, just slightly, and our fingertips are facing away from us there. So we're going to go into our leg pull in supine position. So from here, we take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up that bottom, breath in here, and as you breathe out, lower back down. Now I want you to really focus on keeping that chin tucked in and those collarbones wide. So breath in. As you breathe out, keep those collarbones wide, lift up, breath in. As you breathe out, lower back down. So this requires quite a lot of control through our shoulders. Breath in. As you breathe out, breath in here. And as you breathe out, lower back down. So we're really having quite a lot of stability through our shoulders because we're adding that load to them. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in here. As you breathe out, lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Now if you can, staying here, we're going to raise one leg and lower. Now keep that chin tucked in. And again, each side lifting and lowering. And then lower back down. Very good. Okay, let's do that again. If you can, if that feels too much with the leg lift, just lift your bottom. So breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Keep those collarbones wide, neck long. Lifting the leg, each side. Well done. And then lower back down. Excellent. Okay, we'll do that again. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Collarbones wide, lifting the leg. Also engaging our tummy here as well. And then lower back down. Excellent. We'll do one last time here. So collarbones wide and that neck long. Okay, so breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Breath in here. Lift up. Good. And then lower back down. Very good. Okay, so coming round onto our side, if you've got your weighted ball or your weight, whatever you're using, so just come down onto one side here. So the elbow is going to be underneath my shoulders, my hands pointing forwards. I'm going to have my knees just bent slightly in front of me, my hips stacked forwards. Okay, so my arms just down by my side here. So we're going to go into a side bend. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up, reach that arm above your head. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm up and over. Breath in here. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift that arm up and over. Breath in. As you breathe out, back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up and over. Breath in and down. Lovely. And again, breath in. So we're adding a bit of weight to that top arm, but that lower arm is requiring quite a lot of stability to support us as we're lifting up. So breath in. As you breathe out, reach up and over. Breath in and then lower back down. It's also a great oblique exercise through those abdominals. So breath in. As you breathe out, keep those hip bones facing forward. So headlights on those hip bones pointing forwards as well. Lovely. Last couple here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting that arm up and over. Breath in. As you breathe out, lower back down. Lovely. One last time. Breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm up and over. Breath in and lowering back down from there. Very good. Okay, so let's come around onto the other side. Do the same again. So that elbow is underneath that shoulder here, arm out in front, knees just in front of me. Okay, my hips are pointing forwards. I'm just going to take my weight, my weighted ball or whatever you're using, into that opposite arm. Okay, so keeping that elbow stacked underneath that shoulder, we'll take a breath in here. As we breathe out, we're going to lift that arm up and over and then lower back down. Good. So hip bones pointing forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up and over. Breath in. As you breathe out, lower back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift that arm up and over. Breath in here. As you breathe out, lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift that arm up and over. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift that arm up and over. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Very good. And again, breath in. So really requiring lots of stability through that lower arm. And we've added that weight to that upper arm as well, just to make this a little bit more difficult. So breath in. As you breathe out, reach up and over. Breath in and lower back down. Well done. Last couple here. Breath in. As you breathe out, reach up and over. And lower back down. Lovely. One last time. Breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up and over and lowering back down. Very good. Well done. Okay, so let's come round onto our backs. And if you have both your little weights with you, okay, so both of them in your hands from here. Okay, so feet and knees that hip width distance apart. So just to start with, just tilt that pelvis forwards and back. So we're just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis in that nice neutral position from here. That core's gently engaged, my ribs are soft, collarbone's nice and wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. So remember, we're trying to maintain this movement throughout this exercise. Okay, so grab your little weights, and we're going to bring our hands up towards the ceiling. So keep your shoulder blades down, so my neck's staying nice and long, and we're going to bring our arm up and over, around our head, and then back down. Good, okay. So arms up and over, coming around in that D shape, and then back up to that star. Good. Now make sure you're not letting your ribs flare. Okay, so it requires more control if you've got that weight in your arms as you come back and then lower back round. So you just bring those arms back as far as you feel you can keep that control, not letting those ribs flare or losing that nice neutral position. Good. Now if that's comfortable here, we can add in our legs. So bring our legs up into tabletop, and then we're going to add one leg stretch as we come back. And again, opening out and back. Lovely. So really keeping that stability as you're bringing those arms around, not losing that control through that pelvis. Good. Round in that D shape, back to that center. So breathing out as you're reaching away, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out as you reach away. Breathe in as you fold back. Good, so circling around and then back up. Reaching around, well done. Good, so make sure you're not losing that neutral position through that pelvis either. And those ribs are staying soft, so we're not letting them flare, which is a little bit more difficult when we've got a weight in our arm, because it makes us want to tilt back. So we're requiring a lot of muscle control as we're reaching opposite arm, opposite legs away. Well done. Good. So alternating sides here. Round and back. We'll just do last few. Let's do one more each side. And then back to that centre. Lower those legs back down, well done. And lower those arms back down from here. Fantastic. Okay, so from here, we're going to go into our hundreds movement. But again, we're going to use these weights in our arm just to make our arms work a little bit harder. So if you can, we're going to float both legs up into that double tabletop position. Bring those knees together because we're going to hold this position here for our hundreds movement. So we're going to have our arms reaching down, lengthening down towards our feet. And we start by taking a breath in and pulsing our hands for 5. And then we breathe out for 5. And in for 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going here. Now, if you want to challenge it a little bit further, we can always straighten through those legs. So we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's vary this slightly and turn our palms up. So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep going here. If that's too much with those legs straight, then just bend them back into that tabletop position. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now turn those palms back down. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax those arms back down. Well done. Lowering that leg. So really much harder when you add those weights in as well. So let's bring those knees in one at a time and just have a nice little hug. So we're taking a nice breath in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch just that little bit further. And again, breath in and out, sinking down into that stretch just that little bit further again. And again, breath in. Then as you breathe out, just relaxing down that little bit further. No tension to that upper body, just relaxing through from here. Very good. And then just lowering those legs back down, back to that start. Okay, so we move our weights over to the side for the moment. We're going to come round into a 4-point kneeling position from here. So again, in this kind of position, we're weight bearing through our arms a bit more. So that's why it makes it a little bit more challenging and can be a good upper body workout. So in this position, so knees are underneath those hips, hands just underneath those shoulders. Just make sure your arms aren't locked back, so those elbows should be nice and soft. That core's gently engaged, so just tuck that tailbone under. So again, you're starting in that neutral position from here. So we're going to do a leg pull and prone, but this again challenges that stability around those shoulders and around those shoulder blade muscles. So I want you to tuck your toes under. Now we're going to take a breath in here. As you breathe out, lift those knees just an inch off the ground. Breath in. As you breathe out, lower back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up just an inch or so off through those knees and then lower back down. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in here. As you breathe out, lower back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up. Breath in. And lower back down. Very good. Now, either stay there if that's comfortable. If you can, we're going to bring our hand, another hand and a half in front. We're going to take a breath in here. As you breathe out, lift that knee up, shoot forwards like a cannon. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back and back down to that start. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift those knees, reach forward, shoot like a cannon forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, back to that center and lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, shoot forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, back to that center and lower back down. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, just that little lift, shooting forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, back to that center, lower back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, shoot forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, back down. Good. Let's do the last few here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, reach forward. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. So you can feel that load through those shoulders, really challenging that stability there. Okay, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, shoot forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. Well done. Let's do one more here. Breath in. As you breathe out, lift up, shoot forwards. Breath in. As you breathe out, back to that center and lower back down. Well done. Okay, so let's just drop quickly into a child pose just to give those arms a little stretch. So your breath in. As you breathe out, sink down a little bit from there. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, relax down. Good, just to give those arms a little stretch and come off those wrists a second. Good, so we'll come back up. So we're going to do a few little press up movements here. Again, loading through those upper bodies, loading through those arms really challenges that strength and stability through those shoulders and those shoulder blade muscles, so around that scapula we call it. So hands in that box position again. We've got a few options here for your press ups depending on how strong you're feeling. So we're going to start in this box position and we're lowering that hairline down to the mat and back up, okay? If that feels enough, we're going to stay there, or we can bring those knees slightly further back, feet lifted, and we're going to lower that breastbone down. Or if you want to, you can come up into a full press up, lowering down and back up, okay? So pick what's comfortable. I'm going to stay in the middle for me, and we'll take a breath in, and as you breathe out, lowering down. And we're going to do 8 here, so let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then back to that start position. Well done. Have a rest here, and we're going to do that again. Okay, so again, we're going to do 8. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then back up from there. Lovely. Have a rest, and then we're going to do one more. Okay, so coming back to your start position, either that box, feet lifted, or into a full press up. Okay, it's up to you. And we're going to do another 8. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then back up. Lovely, well done. Drop down into that child pose stretch. So we're going to breathe in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch. Breath in. As you breathe out, relax down that little bit further. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, sink down. So just reach those fingertips away, just to stretch through those shoulders. Well done. Drop that bottom down onto those heels as well, just to open out through that back. So one more breath in and out from here. Good. And then we'll just walk our hands back up, and we're going to come back round into sitting, just to finish with a couple of stretches here. Well done. Okay, so let's just stretch out through our shoulders, and we're going to bring one arm across the body here and just stretch. So opening out, breathing in and out. As you breathe out, sink down that little bit further if you can. Just opening out through the backs of those shoulders there. Well done. Breath in. As you breathe out, opening out. Good. And then back. Do the same on the other side. So bring that opposite arm across the body. Opening out here. Breathing in and out. Just using that hand just to support it. Just bring it across to where it's comfortable. Don't overstretch it. Just to stretch through the back of those shoulders there. Good. Breath in and out. And again, breath in and out. And then back to that centre. Well done. Just roll those shoulders, relax them here. And we're going to finish as we started with a mermaid stretch. So we're going to drop one arm down by our side. Reach that arm up and over. Breath in. As you breathe out, reach back up and over from here. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm over, breath in. As you breathe out, back up and over. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm over, breath in here. And as you breathe out, back to that center, well done. And again, breath in, reach that arm over, breath in. As you breathe out, back up and over. One last time each side, so dropping that arm down, reach over, breath in here. As you breathe out, back up and over. One last time, breath in. As you breathe out, reach that arm over, breath in here. And as you breathe out, back to that center. And just roll those shoulders, just relaxing here. Fantastic. Well, it was a good tough class today. I hope you've enjoyed it and hopefully see you again.